Hi, welcome to Ski Forever Yoga. I'm Carl. Thanks very much for joining me today. Great to see you on your mat again. Looking forward to guiding you through a practice that's going to focus on yoga basics. All of these are really helpful for skiing. I'm nowhere near the mountains at this point, but hoping to get back there soon. These basic moves are really the foundation of all yoga, and it's great if you're experienced as a yogi or if you're just starting out. These are the moves you really want to work on, and how you put them together really is important. So let's get started in mountain pose, a pose that you'll do many times, thousands of times over your yoga career. You want to have your ankles below your knees, below your hips, hips slightly rotated in, shoulder blades down the back, chest open, hands facing forward. And breathe. For all of these moves, we're matching our breath to the movement. Those deep breaths filling the abdomen, then the chest, and exhaling for a little bit longer than we inhale. Those will relax you, put you into that rest and relaxation mode, good for the digestion, and get you out of that stress mode in case you happen to be there, get you out of that fight or flight mode. So for mountain pose, we'll go into half fold, half forward fold, flat back, head reaching forward, glute reaching back, and forward fold. Your first forward fold of the day, you're probably going to be a little bit tight. You'll feel that in your hamstrings. You can fold your arms and sway just a little bit from side to side. Back up into half fold, flat back, head reaching forward, straight across the spine. Back down, and we'll roll up one vertebrae at a time. Back up into mountain pose. Let's go back down to forward fold, hands in front for plank. Plank position, you want to have your wrists below your elbows, below your shoulders, wrist creases facing forward. Make sure your weight is in that thumb on each side and index finger and the knuckles of each finger. So you don't want to have the weight in the wrists. You want to protect the wrists. From plank, we're going to lower down slowly, elbows in towards the ribs, and we're on the mat for cobra, lifting from the mid back, lifting from the thorax. That's cobra. You can do it without your hands, or you can put a little more into it if you want, making sure you're not pinching that lower back. Back down onto the mat, up into plank, and from here onto the tops of your feet, and upward dog. From upward dog, roll over those toes and into your first downward dog of the day. You can walk that out. One heel down, then the other heel. And from here, let's do three-legged dog. Right foot up. Knee in. Knee forward. Foot on the ground, right foot on the ground, and we're going to come up into a high lunge. High lunge position. Right foot forward. Knee above the ankle. You don't want the knee too far forward. You want to protect it. And you're opening up the hip flexors on the left side. Hands back down to the ground. And we'll come back down. Upward dog again. Downward dog. And let's go back with the right foot forward again and into low lunge. Low lunge position. Weight on the top of the back foot. Arms up, and once again, nice opening in that hip flexor. Knee above the ankle. Hands to the ground. We're going to lift up from here and into warrior one. Keeping that right leg bent. Back foot at a 45. Weight into the knife's edge of that back foot. And face the hips forward. For warrior one. From warrior one, warrior two. Warrior two, you're lining up the front heel to the middle of the back insole. And peaceful warrior, reach a little bit forward and then just roll it up and back. Opening up the right side, trying not to pinch the left, and into side angle. Hands back down. Plank position, upward dog, chaturanga upward dog, and downward dog. Back up into mountain pose, and we'll do those moves on the other side. Back into plank, downward dog, left foot up this time, into a high lunge. Remember, on that high lunge, legs are about hip width apart for balance. Knee is above the ankle. Weight is on the balls of the right foot, and the heel is up. From here, let's go right into the low lunge. You're putting the weight on the top of that back foot, and you're opening it up. Feeling that through the right hip flexor this time. And hands back down. And from here into warrior one. Once again, you're keeping the feet on a railroad track for balance, about hip width apart. Arms can come up, making sure that the right hip comes forward, left hip goes back, so that those hip bones are pointing forward. For your warrior one. And into warrior two. Adjust the stance so you're on a single track. Warrior two. Arms at 180, fingertips pointing out, shoulders relaxed. And we're going to reach forward for peaceful warrior. Opening up the left side this time. And then we're going to go into our side angle. Opening up from the tip of those fingers all the way to that back heel. Try to get a nice straight line. And you want to imagine you're between two panes of glass, so that you're not leaning forward or back, but you're nice and straight. And we'll come back up into our mountain pose. From here, we're going to show you some basic balancing moves. Those balancing moves help with skiing, especially if you catch an edge or something and you've got to recover. It's also great for cycling and great for golf in case you're in that transition season, switching to other sports that you love. Let's start with tree pose. Sometimes, if you want, you can come off your mat a little bit. Gives you more stability if you're on the floor sometimes. So tree pose, we're going to take the right foot, balls of the right foot on the mat, heel above the ankle. That's tree pose. You can lift the foot to the calf, or you can lift it up to the inner thigh. Once again, find a dristi. Your dristi is your spot on the floor or the wall that's not moving. And you're balancing. Abs tucked, and the focus on one spot will help you with your balancing moves. We'll do tree pose on the left side, starting from basic tree pose position, moving the foot up, left foot up to the inside of the right calf, or up to the inside of the right thigh. Make sure you don't put it on the knee. You don't want to be forcing any pressure onto that knee. Keeping your gaze focused on one spot that isn't moving, and those abs tucked. Abs tucked really help with the balancing moves. All the while, of course, we're breathing. And back to mountain pose. From here, we're going to do a one-legged mountain, which is as it sounds, lifting your left knee up this time to a 90 degree, one-legged mountain pose. Once again, abs tucked, spine nice and straight. If you want, with this one, you can bring the front leg out and back down. Other side. One-legged mountain pose. Leg out, abs tucked, focused on your dristi, your spot that isn't moving, and back down. One-legged mountain pose. Now let's do warrior three. We're going to start as if we're in a high lunge, and you're going to shift the weight forward onto that right leg in this case. Weight comes onto that foot, you're balancing on the toe, and then lift it up. Warrior three. Focused on one spot, breathing, and you can gently come down to release it, and we'll switch to the other side. Left foot forward, starting in that high lunge position. Shift the weight into the left, and then up into warrior three. You can put those arms forward if you want, or prayer position, and come down when you're ready. We've got our blocks here. They're great to use. We're going to do half moon, which looks a little bit like a warrior three, except we're opening to the side. So we're going to start in a similar position, high lunge. If you've got a block, you can use it here. You're opening up, this time, to the side. And we'll swing it around to do the left. Once again, starting in a high lunge, coming forward, and we're opening up to the side. And that's half moon. Final balancing pose. We'll do Eagle, Garudasana. We're going to start with the left foot over the right. Weight on the right foot. And you can bring that to the back of the calf or just leave it on the ground for balance. Left foot is over, right arm is under. And make sure you've got your drishti. Eagle arms, eagle legs, and come out of it as you wish. We'll do the other side. And this is a good enough place to be. The right foot is over the left leg. Left arm comes under. And if you can bring it up, squeezing the thighs together for eagle pose. Great hip opener. And that's the last of our balancing sessions. So there's some yoga basics for you. Great to work on those at any point in time. You'll see them in many of the yoga routines here on Ski Forever Yoga. And let's wrap this up now. We'll come down into our easy seat. Some breathing poses. We'll do a forward bend, an easy seat. Let your back come forward, straight and flat. And when you get as far as you can go, you can just let it roll down. Maybe even get those forearms onto the ground. And gently roll back up. We'll do a twist to the left, right hand on the left knee, opening up that spine. Back to center, keeping that spine straight, and twist to the right. Spine nice and straight. Right hand supporting you. Left hand on the right knee. And we can end in corpse pose, savasana. A chance to soak up all of the great work you've been doing. Remember that back to basics is always an important step of yoga. Make sure you're doing all the moves properly. And if you're just getting started, these are the moves to practice often. We'll rock up to seated again. And thanks so much for joining me. This is Ski Forever Yoga. I'm Carl. Look forward to seeing you on your mat again soon. Thank you.